button, and we're gonna light this candle and get started. So everybody, I am just so excited and so amazed and honored that Robert has agreed again for 2 weeks in a row to talk to us about the steps to success and just share all of his 32 years of just incredible wisdom and knowledge and learning and failures and successes, and a man with an amazing servant heart. And, you know, I know him now, and I'm so honored and blessed that Robert and I have become very, very close friends and brothers in the Lord. And we have just, I've got such an amazing respect for this man and his heart. You know, it's not about the money and all of these things with him. It's all about us. It's all about how many lives he can impact, how many people he can make an impact on, and how many lives he can change. And that is something that so resonates with me, and I know resonates with all of you. So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'm going to just turn this over to the master, the mentor, the amazing servant leader, Mr. Robert Hollis.
Well, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you all getting on here. Thank you so much, Ron. I want everyone to give it up to Ron Deering. He's the one that that called me out to do this. So he like a lot of leaders, reach out to me and say, listen, tell me what to do. And so when I did that the last couple of times with Ron, Ron's going, this is not fair. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, share that with everyone. I said, okay, I'll do it. And so it was neat to tell you guys just a little bit before we get started in the steps to success is I wanted to remotivate myself, and I don't need it much, you know what I mean? But I went back and watched a video that was done in 1988. This shows how old I am. I got involved in this industry in 1987 at the end. It was November. And one of the things is that, so 32 years for me. And a lot of people don't realize this, but, you know, I was on workman's comp. I had a cast on my leg. You know, things weren't good for me. I could not be in a worse financial position. I was hiding my car from the repo man, you know, hiding it. For those of you that know this, you know, some of you that are struggling and on the struggle bus, usually the reason that a lot of people don't succeed in this business, and listen closely and don't get mad at me, you don't have to. You don't have to. So, you know, that means that you're complacent and you're comfortable. You got food on the table. You know, you got a place to lay your head down. You can take care of your family. So you don't have to do this. So there's two places that people come from to be successful, and one is inspiration, and the second one is desperation. So a lot of people go, I'm going to knock this out, and yeah, and as soon as tomorrow comes up, you don't knock it out, right? And so one of the things that was for me is I had a 10-day pay or quit notice. It was at the end of November, and all of a sudden, when I first seen this business opportunity, is how did you first tell somebody to get in? And here's some of the things that blows me away, is that a lot of people feel like they need to be everybody but themselves. See, if you're excited, it works. If you're not excited, it doesn't work. It's just that simple. So people always ask me all the time, Robert, how can some people just go flying up the ranks and it's not working for me? The reason that some people fly up the ranks, get customers, get reps to come in, get people to upgrade it, is one word and one word only: believability. They have faith that, oh my God, if this will work for Ron, if this will work for Aaron, if it'll work for Carlos, it'll work for me. And so you got to have that belief, and all of you do have that belief, because if you ever, you know, got your first job, how many people in this on here raise your hand if you've ever gotten a job in your life? You know, I remember the first time I went to look for a job, and here's the way I thought. if someone else had got hired, I think I can get hired. Isn't it a weird thing that every one of you went from like first grade to second grade to third grade to fourth grade? Some of you graduated, some of you didn't. Some of you went to college and graduated, some of you didn't. You know why we do those things is because everyone around us expects us to do that. We got a support team that goes, what do you mean? Of course you're going to fourth grade. Of course you're going to junior high. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? So if you grow up your whole entire life and it's like, listen, one day you're going to have to get a job. Can you see how your expectations is, hey, this is one thing that I do. Everybody else does this. Then I'll do this. Have any of you ever been in a relationship? Another thing that everybody does, right? Have any one of you ever gotten a driver's license? Oh my God, that's another thing that we're supposed to do. And what happens to people is, oh, by the way, did anyone get married? More than once? Okay, see, it's like, that's what we're supposed to do. Did any of you have children? Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. So see, all of us go do those things because we know everyone around us do those things. You know, now we got a competition of how many times people have been married. That's funny. It's like, yeah, but it's like, but guess what? You're still trying, right? So people come to me all the time. They go, well, I've been in a lot of programs and it didn't work. So what? My two first girlfriends in high school, for whatever reason, decided that I wasn't going to be their long-term plan. I've never broken up with anybody. Who would break up with me? That's stupid. No, I'm kidding. But it's like, you know, when they said they no longer wanted to have anything to do with me, was I hurt? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, having someone around me was better than being lonely. So I tried again. What a concept, right? And so I want every one of you to know that when I met my mentor, a lot of people don't know this story, but for the first couple of weeks, I actually worked with people that were my sponsors. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Big Al Schroeder, but Big Al Schroeder in his newsletter on a monthly basis comes out and writes a letter about how worthless his sponsor was. And see, some of you, do we need to mute? Okay, I'll watch myself and make sure I pay close. It's funny. I said that and then it went ding, ding. So you guys were supposed to, make sure you understood that point there, all right? So the next part is really, really simple. It's like my sponsors told me all this stuff that I needed to do, which none of it was documented and none of it worked. So for some of you that are going, I'm working hard, I'm doing everything that my upline tells me to do. Just because you're working hard doesn't mean you'll get results if you're doing the wrong things. You guys got it? It's like some people are going, I'm doing all this, I'm working hard. Well, you may or may not be, but if you're working hard doing the wrong things, it's not going to work, right? And so that's what happened to me. So there's two things. One, I was desperate because I didn't have any money. And secondly, I worked a couple of weeks with my mentor, my upline, and they were giving me all the wrong things to do and it wasn't working. So I'm about ready to quit. And if you guys heard this story, and I always want to tell you where my mindset was, because we sometimes have to struggle to become humbled and open our minds. All right? So I'm doing everything that I'm being told to do. None of it's working. And they had me doing crazy stuff. I was wearing this big white button that just had the red letters on it, "RU?" And I was told if I went out in public, people would see that button and go, okay, are you what? And my response is, are you happy? Are you making enough money? Are you looking for a business opportunity? They had me saying all kinds of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? I'm the international galactic expansion leader. for this billion-dollar industry, and we're looking for directors. I mean, oh my God, they had me saying some of the most ridiculous stuff, right? And it wasn't working. And then my upline did do one thing right. He said, Robert, we're having a big training, a convention. You got to go to the convention. And if you don't go, I'm not working with you. Well, the day he said that to me was the day that I no longer had him as a sponsor mentally. Because I knew he didn't care in any way, shape, or form about who I was and what I was currently going through. He did not care at all. If you don't go to this convention, I'm not working with you. And I'm like, I don't want to use the word that I called him. Okay. All right. And so, and I thought, oh my God, maybe there's people at this convention that know what the hell to do. So I didn't have any money. I couldn't even pay for parking. It was downtown LA. And then I walk in there, and if you guys haven't heard this story, I'll say it quick. I was upset. I was so upset because the convention made it worse for me. I'll tell you why. I'm sitting in the room. I didn't want to be there. I don't even have any money to eat. Seriously. And then these people start walking across the stage. Oh my God, I made all this money. Oh my God, I made all this money. Oh my God, I made all this money. And I'm going, okay. So not only does the business work, the product works, the company works, and I guess I'm the only idiot in this entire room. Has any one of you ever felt like that? And I'm going like these people walking at these top positions, you know, which would be like 10K, you know, 50K, 250K, 500K. And what was crazy is at the 250, 500 and a million super affiliate, I listened to the people's stories and something clicked with me. I was going, and don't get mad at me, you guys. I'm just telling you my story. I was going, these people don't sound like the sharpest tools in the shed. All of a sudden, when people started doing their testimonials, I was going like, oh man, you know, it's like, what? I think have the same abilities or talents, or, you know, I think if they did it, that same thing happened that I just started with. All of a sudden I started seeing people and I started going, why can't I do that? If that person's doing it, why can't I do this? That is the biggest key. And finally, one of the top people walked across the stage and they said this, hello, my name is Ahmad Mahad. I love company, been in 6 months, getting second Mercedes, building new home. I love this company. Now, for those of you, I'm just telling my story. I'm not being mean. The person was from the Middle East, I believe from, you know, Iran or Iraq or something. And I just was, that one got me. And so I walked up to him afterwards. He got off stage, everybody, and I really respectfully waited. You know, he had his downline, his upline, everyone was around him. He hit the top position in the company. And I walked up to him and I said, congratulations for your success. He says, thank you. And I said, please help me. Just tell me what to do. I promise I'll listen. And I think that he could hear in my voice that it started cracking up because I was just so desperate. I was just like, you know, listen, I'm not that stupid. Can you just tell me what to do? Please. And he says, yeah, I tell you what to do. He said, you ask people, you want to make money? Yes, no. Excuse me. You want to make money? Yes, no. What if they ask you questions? You answer my question first. You want to make money? Yes, no. I said, okay. Yes. You need to talk to Money Man. Money Man. Yeah, you talk to Money Man. You talk to Bill. His name was Jeff, by the way. I go, Jeff, yes, I get people in front of people. I get people in front of the Money Man, the person that taught me, Jeff. He goes, who is your Money Man? I don't know. Tell me who your upline is. I said, well, Sean. I don't know Sean. Well, Craig is above Sean. I don't know Craig. Well, Jim, I don't know Jim. Michelle, I don't know Michelle. Peter Wilson. No, I don't know Peter. Sherry. Oh, Sherry, yeah. Oh, yeah, she's on stage. I go, that's my upline? Oh my God, she's sponsored by Bill. Build Your Money Man. And I went, what do you mean? He goes, you call company on Monday. This was on a weekend, Sunday, Saturday and Sunday. You call company, you tell the company to call Money Man, Bill, and tell Bill that you're ready to go to work. And that's what I did. Bill gets on the phone with me, called me, said, Robert, yeah. He says, I remember meeting you a couple months ago on a presentation. I said, I know. He goes, you're the mechanic with the messed up leg. And I said, yes, sir. And he goes, you ready to learn the business? And I said, yeah. He goes, I'm having a training this next weekend in San Diego. And I'm going like, listen, I don't have any money. He goes, you'll find a way. And I said, okay. So 31 years ago, I said in this training that I'm going to share with you guys right now called Steps to Success. And what it's called is just dreamscaping. What he did to me, he made me understand that I could do this business and that if I just followed the simple path, that I would be successful. After that training, I would go to what is equivalent to 25K. And then I helped 4 people become 25K and did enough volume as another 25K to what was that in that company would be called 125K. It took me 4 more months to hit super affiliate. But it would be considered our 500K. I'll put it that way. All right. So here we go. So when you share with people simply this, you just say, listen, you know, what I want to do is show you exactly step by step on how to do this. So the first step I'm going to do is share my screen here. Okay, has anyone ever seen this site? Which, by the way, you know, you also can go to My Daily Choice. And right here you see opportunity. Now, when you click on opportunity, the very first thing you're going to see, which this is an amazing volume, is this crazy thing called the compensation plan. Now, a lot of people don't read this compensation plan the way Josh laid it out. Do you guys realize that this is laid out exactly as what it would be called steps to success? And so as I'm going through it here and I'm going slow, let's see what the first thing is. Oh, join options. What? Come on, really? This is the first thing I need to do? And it says that I got a number of different places to come in, but down here, it's $20. Right there, $20. So the first step is get started. Now, our company is very unique because you see this position, and for you guys that are looking at this, I've never, ever been with a company, ever. And all the years of doing this, I've never been with a company that allows you to get paid, not only on the binary, but also the jumpstart and be unranked. Now, when you look down here, you see unranked is even, let me get down here. Unranked gets paid 25%. Now, here's a point that I want every one of you to get. When you see me, I'm going to be walking through on how to get you from unranked to super affiliate. And you see the numbers right here. So I'm going to stop sharing now for a second and just talk to you. So if you were brand new in the company, I said, listen, the first thing that you got to do is you got to be a believer in the product. Number one. So there's 3 key things that you need to be successful. You ready? 1 is pay attention. Number 1 is pay attention. If you haven't made a full-time income in this business, this industry, can you please just listen to me and don't get mad at me? You don't possess the knowledge to get to 5K. Don't beat yourself up. But everybody goes, well, you know, I got this funnel thing, and I got this one company, and I just bought this one thing, and I'm learning from these people. And, you know, my old sponsor says this, and my upline says this. If you're not 5K, then you don't possess the knowledge to do it. So don't you think it would be cool to say, okay, I don't know what I need to know to make a full-time income? Because some of you won't do that. Some of you are going, I know what to do. And I'm going, okay, so then let's do step 2. You know how to be successful and you just choose to struggle. Brilliant. Frickin' brilliant. Your whole family should be proud of you. So why don't you do it if you know what to do? I'll tell you why. You don't believe in it. Just that simple. If you believe you'll work for somebody else but not you, then you got a trouble. Second point is you got to get excited. This whole goal really quickly is to get you excited. Now listen to this phrase. People are more impressed and impacted and inspired by your enthusiasm than the depth of your knowledge. People think that people are impressed by people's knowledge. How many of you know people academically that are smarter than you? Are you impressed? No. I'm not impressed by someone that has a PhD, you know, push here, dummy, or a master's degree, and I can out-earn them and give more to charity than them. I'm not impressed by people that are smarter than me, that don't utilize that knowledge. You get this? But I know I'm going to get off track here for just a minute, but last night on 2020, my wife loved watching television, and there was a TV evangelist named Jim Baker, Tammy and Jim Baker. And they estimated that this guy, you know, made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. But did he do it from his knowledge, or do you think he did it with his enthusiasm? How can you be in front of a people and say, hey, call me now, send in money so we can make sure to stay on the air? It was the first TV evangelist. And it's like, listen, if you don't send me money right now, you got to send me money. We can't stay on the television. And people sent them hundreds of millions of dollars. So it wasn't based on his knowledge, was it? It was enthusiasm. And for those of you that are believers, just listen to this statement. For those that aren't, just let it go by. But enthusiasm, it goes back to the root word called enthesos, which means God within. So if you're not inspired that this can help somebody, that the product can help people, or that you can help someone get out of their financial problems, then you could be saying and doing exactly what I'm doing and get no results. Do you guys get that? And that's where people struggle. They say, I'm doing exactly what you tell me to do, but it's not working. I know, because people can feel no enthusiasm. So you're reaching out to people and going in the chat, I don't know what to say, so I'll just post a link. There you go. Hey, you want to make a lot of money? Click on the link. And they're going like, whoa, no thank you, spam, block, delete. See what I mean? And it's like me, I could do something with enthusiasm and do something that simple and people go, I'm in. So that's the key. Of course, the other one I love saying is if you keep doing this, you're going to get gooder. Don't give up. It's, you know, quitting is not an option. Just keep doing it. So now going back to it, when we go to the where to get started, how many people would be interested in starting a business for $20, and making $280,000 in the next 9 months. Anyone interested in that? So do you guys see, based on what I've done, that it works? Now for $20, this company, their back office, I don't know if you guys have taken the time, and sometimes you guys got to. Let me go back here and share my screen again. Okay, you guys see my screen? I don't know if there we go. All right. All right, I see it. All right, so share screen. So now what I'm gonna do is, some of you will love this part. Let me see here. So I'm going to go, I gotta move this over here. There we go. All right. How many people would mind signing in? All right. So for $20, you get to sign in. And when you sign in, look at all the stuff that you get with this company, right? So I go down and I say to people, listen, look at, all this stuff that you get for $20. One time, got the digital kit back here, everything. And then you go to this one right here, which is dashboard. And when you click on dashboard, then this will actually say in here what position you are. So $20, I not only got, this, but it allowed, Terry to make over 280,000. We've only made 50,000 so far in the last 30 days. This is our weekly check. How many people could do pretty good with $3,300 a week? We can't wait until, the next 2 weeks in February. It's like, Terry's going to make over 100,000. For $20, you know what I mean? So look at our volume here, not bad, 478,000. But here's what's really cool is look at the new people that come in so far this month. So 1,596 came in 26. How many people are good with math? So it's pretty crazy to see all the things that you can do for $20. Now, not only do you got training, look at the training here, all the videos that you have. So basically for $20, you got it. So step one is you got to get in the company. So the next thing I want to share with you on this one is, I know you guys want me to click on this one, so I'll do. I'll click on earnings here. And when you look at earnings, it's like, wow, for $20, you can make this kind of money? Anyone interested? And yeah, it goes back. So let's check on my first checks. Let's see Terry's first checks, because they're going to be whopping checks. Because we did like a lot of people. We bought the product, I think, on the 6th. And our first check was 0. How many people are impressed? All right. Then all of a sudden, we decided to start pushing the business, and we only signed up our sons, Matthew and Kyle. Wow, $70. Then we told everyone on March 16th. I didn't even notice that date was there. So that's the date that I say that it really got started, right? I'm ready to go. And then all of a sudden, it turned out pretty good. So now watch our first residual check. $366. So what I love about this company, and any, as you're building this, is now what you do is, if we go back to the first ones, how many people do understand what is called residual income? Because if you knew residual income, you wouldn't do anything else. Residual income is actually getting paid on stuff that Terry and I did 10 months ago. So look at this. How many people would like to make $18,000 a month and $12,000 for matching? So that's $31,000 a month that we made off our residual income. Is anyone interested? And the company tracks all of this. Now I'll go fast on this one, but if I click on detail, And you guys know how, the scrolling works, right? So we're 500K. We did 100,000 in volume on our lesser leg. And I'm going to scroll fast, but if you guys notice over here, can you guys see the scroll button? But watch, the company tracks all of these people for me that are doing all this volume. And so this is true passive residual income that every time we bring a customer in or an affiliate in, every time we bring one in, we get paid when they buy again. Are you guys getting this? Do you see where the scroll bar is? Like, I guess I could do the rest of the presentation by just continue to keep scrolling like this. Is any one of you interested in any way, shape, or form of actually being able to generate this kind of revenue? I guess we're halfway through the scroll now. So how many of you have only one person responsible for your income? How many people would like, 10,000 people responsible for your income? And see, it's this residual income that you got to look at and ask yourself, very simple, what would you do with this kind of money? And people go, Robert, I don't understand the comp plan. I don't either. I just know that every week they send these checks out, and I go through all these people. Like, I know that this might be embarrassing, but I don't know John McKinn's. I guess he's on my right side and he did something and we got $80. You know what I mean? So it's like, wow, it's like, I know these people are all over the world. How many people got the point? So the company does all your bookkeeping for you and does all of this stuff. Let me see how to get out of here now. Now, does anybody think what I just showed you is worth $20? Now, I'm going to say a statement to you, and some of you are not going to hear me. So I'm going to probably say it twice. Why do you think that God created Robert Hollis, or the stardust made me, whatever you want to believe, and I got the skills by accident to pull this off, and you don't? I want someone to really truly bring up to me, Robert, here's why I can't do this business, but you can. Do you guys get that? So if someone seen that right there, do you think that's worth starting your business for $20 one time? You get all the funnels, you get all the links, you get all the tracking. He doesn't charge you, Josh, MDC doesn't charge you monthly for the back office. That's where you get to go. So how many people want to get in for $20? All right. Now, if you have people that are going, I don't know if I want to start a business, it's only because they don't see a reason why to start their business. Are you guys getting this? I know that some of you have heard the whole phrase, you got to have a why to make you cry. You gotta be excited. But bottom line, the reason that people don't do things is because they don't see the value in doing it. So when you're talking to somebody, I'll go ahead and be quiet so we can mute. Okay, thank you very much. How many people like this so far? Because a lot of people don't realize how fast I bring people in. Do you know that when I talk to a brand new person, I do exactly this with Zoom? Let me show you what you get with $20. And they go like, are you kidding me? Well, how much on a monthly basis for the back office? Nothing. So now that you're in, the next step is you got to get in where you fit in. You got to get in where you fit in. Now, if people say, I don't have $20, this is where I've been using this sample. Well, great. You still got to believe in the product. So what you need to do is just come in for the $11.95 and try the product. It'll not only secure your position in the company, but now what you could do is actually see it. So when people try it that way, at least I'm dripping on people. How many people are getting this? And it's like, now they get to go out there. So what I do is I then will take a screenshot of their back office, even though they're just a sample person, and I'll take a screenshot and send it to them and go, look it, you already got people underneath you. Look it, you already got people underneath you. And people are like, well, what are you talking about? I'm still waiting for my sample. I know, but you already got these people underneath you. And they go, where can I see that? And I go, man, you gotta, I don't care if you gotta sell something on Facebook Marketplace, borrow, $5 from, 6 people. I don't care what you gotta do. Sell something at a pawn shop. You gotta get $20 and get in so you can see your downline and get in the business. Well, okay. Well, listen, here's another thing too. You also will get the link just like I shared you. And now you can start sharing that link with other people. So do you see all the people that I get override on? Now, some of you are going, if I show people my back office, they wouldn't get excited. No, I'll tell you why. That's your stinking thinking. That's your stinking thinking. Because I'm telling you, if I showed you my back office and I got 2 people underneath me and you have 0, I could be, listen, I now have 2 people responsible for my income. I got 1 person that's responsible for my income. Do you guys realize I'll never forget a couple of dates in my life? And one of them is when I got paid my first check from doing multi-level marketing. Does any one of you remember when you got your first check? And with this company, you get a check by being unranked. That cracks me up. If you came in as a sample person, upgraded to $20 and shared the link with people, and 1 person bought, the next following week, you're going to make 75 cents. And some of you go, well, that wouldn't excite me. It would excite me because what I did is working. And some of you are really missing that if someone's never made a check outside of their job, and some of the incredible people out there, and I mean this with all my heart, the moms out there, that really, in my opinion, got 18 jobs, them trying something and seeing in their back office that they got a check or they got money in their back office. Now, with the company, of course, they got to wait till they get $10 or something to get a check. But if you could show anyone a result, you want to get them results. Now, here's another part I'm going to explain about the compensation plan that a lot of people miss. Do you know that there's people in this company? So let me share the screen again. Now I'm going to go back. Let me go back to just HempWorks. Again, for some of you, you can just do this to My Daily Choice too. So now I'm going to go back to the opportunity and click on the comp plan. And I'm going to show you guys one other thing in the comp plan. It's called check matching. Now, are you guys noticing I'm not explaining all of the comp plan? I'm explaining the beginning of the comp plan, how to get a result. Okay, binary check matching. Did you guys notice here that you can get a check match unranked? Unranked. Does that mean that if a person came in with a sample package and then got $20 starting their business, and then you brought Terry in, what's 15% of 31,000? Is someone good on that? Okay, that's $3,000, 4,500. Someone help me, Ron.
4650, Robert.
4650.
Okay, so how many people would be interested in coming in with the sample program, paying $11.95, upgrading to $20 to be an affiliate. You sent the link to Terry. Terry got in, and you guys got paid $4,500 last month because you enrolled Terry. Raise your hand if that would work. So there's people in this company right now that make 6 figures a year, and they're not even getting paid on the binary. Can I get an amen? So if you tell people, imagine, now watch this. You think that it's a little bit, but Ron, what was your residual check?
I think it was $1,800.
So $1,800, that's $270. You guys go, wow, Robert can't spell and he's dyslexic, but he's got the numbers down. How many of you would like to make $270 a month that just came to you for doing nothing other than showing Ron this incredible company? And here's all you'd have to say. Hey, listen, I'm working with people right now that make millions of dollars. They got this incredible company. It did $100 million last year. They just passed a federal law. You should take a look at this. Now, I know that might not be the script that someone else told you to use. I'm just telling you that if you had enthusiasm and said, oh my God, I just got involved in this company for $20, and then I had to make a decision on get in where I fit in, whether it's a builder or it's just a $20, $32, or a director or an executive, but I can get in and introduce one person to this company and system and immediately make hundreds of dollars. How many people are interested in that? So now, Ron, you're going to have to help me with this because you were gracious enough to put this together. Who is someone brand new that you know that's on here that's brand new and hasn't even really started their business yet?
If Rainey's on here, she's a good candidate.
Tell her to raise her hand.
Rainey, are you on? If not, Carlos, who else are we thinking? Steve Hannigan?
We have Susan Forey from South Africa.
Susan Forey?
Yeah. Susan, are you on?
I want to talk to someone that's brand new in the company. Brand new. I seen someone raise their hand. If you know how to raise your hand, raise your hand.
How about Tanya Heiner?
Hi there. My name's Gina. I recently joined this week.
Outstanding.
There she is.
I just joined yesterday as well.
Awesome. So pick one. Is that Amanda?
Yes, yesterday.
Okay. Sorry, Gina. She beat you as being new.
That's okay.
So, Gina, I want you to leave you unmuted. Would you mind helping us with this for a second?
Of course, my pleasure.
Okay. Let me see. I'm going to go to speaker mode so I can see her. So, Amanda.
Yes.
Welcome to the company.
Thank you very much.
Well, Amanda, the first thing I want to ask you is if you were the individual, do you know some people out there that need extra income?
I think everybody needs extra income, don't they?
They do. So my whole thought with you really quickly is if you decided to get involved, which you did, congratulations. And all you did was with pure enthusiasm, no knowledge, ignorance on fire, we call it. If you just went out there and shared this with people, and all of a sudden Ron Deering, said, wow, this is, thank you, Amanda. And he got involved. What would you do with an extra $270?
I could think of quite a bit that I could do with that. Invest it back into the business to keep going. Like I've been redoing my house for God knows how long now.
So all of a sudden I just send you $270 and you see it in your bank account. Tell me what the first thing that you do?
Um, that would honestly allow me to quit my job if I could make that weekly. Like I travel and work 40 hours a week, and I don't bring that home a week. So
Wow. So $270 would allow you to be able to do this full time.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
quick question. What would that feel to be able to do this full time?
I can't even comprehend that right now yet. Like that's not, there are no words.
Okay, so the reason that I'm bringing this up, and what I'm going to do really quickly is just have Ron mute everyone because I can hear a little feedback, and then we'll unmute you, Amanda. Okay, Amanda, you're back.
Okay.
Okay, so I know it's uncomfortable to send links and reach out and share this with people, but you want to share videos of people that are already succeeding, Amanda. Because what we're doing is we're looking to get those people excited based on not what you've done, is based on what I or Ron or some of the other leaders like Aaron Parker and Tara. You know, you want to make sure that you share the stories and the videos that other people have created that made success by getting involved for $20.
Okay.
And see, if you share those stories with other people, then you get to leave your job and do this full time. Now, what are the chances of you finding more than one Ron?
Hopefully good.
Because if you made $270 and it wired into your account, do you think you'd have more enthusiasm than you do right now?
Yeah, I'm a little down and out too. I'm sick, so I'm sorry. I'm not.
No, it's no apologies here. But my whole goal
yes, that would be amazing.
Yeah. So now that you got paid, that's the key. You know the product works. You got paid. Now would you get a little more excited and contact more people?
Wait, yeah. A lot. I'd be posting it every day. I'd be trying to connect people to the product in my sleep.
And so that's the key. Everyone give Amanda a hand. All right. So thank you, Amanda.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm happy to meet you, and I'm happy to be here.
I can tell. I hope, I pray that you get well very, very quickly.
I hope so. I have my first bottle on order, so I'm expecting it soon.
Awesome. So now I'm going to go back off speaker view here. How many people got it already? See, what we do, because we're consumers, we grew up our whole entire life being consumers. And we believe that people do things based off knowledge. They don't. We do things based off feelings. So if you don't find a way to get someone excited and get the feeling of what it would be to no longer have a job, could you guys hear Amanda about how excited she would be if she made that money? And people are going like, that's the way that you get people to connect people, is you got to show them that if they did something small, something simple, and put them involved in this company and that person followed instructions, then they're going to make an income off introducing us to the best people they know. That is the key. Everyone's trying to, educate people. And I love saying this statement. For those of you that are trying to do this business based on knowledge, let me train you, let me, educate you about CBD, let me give you knowledge. Did you guys notice that in LA, there's a teacher strike? Why would teachers have a strike? Because they're not making enough money. I would highly suggest for some of you, now, some of you are going to do this business for different reasons. Some of you, are ambassadors to CBD, and you want to educate the world on it. That's okay. That's 100% okay. For those of you like Amanda that would never want to work for anybody ever again, you better learn to share with people the value of them getting outside of their comfort range. You see what I mean? So if you don't get someone the feeling of what it would be like, what would you do with that $300? What would you do? And so do you guys notice that I didn't say, give me a list of 200 people and we need to blast those 200 people? Did you guys notice that I didn't say that to her? I'll tell you why. Is because in 32 years of doing this business, and I said to someone, well, first of all, my mentor was incredibly smart. He never ever asked me for 200 people. He showed me, Robert, listen, the way the compensation plan pays, what if we could find one other person that would get this? Now, how many of you know that MDC HempWorks has over 200,000 people that we brought in just last year? So there's 21,000 people that came in our group in the last 10 months. Listen to this statement because we need to start using it. When I watched that video, I went, oh, I don't think I've ever said that statement in this company. So yes, I go back through old trainings of my mentors. How can 200,000 people be wrong? Don't you guys like that statement? It's like people go, well, I've seen these companies, and you're going, listen, how can 200,000 people be wrong? How can, all the old people in the House of Representatives, in the Senate, how can they be wrong? That many people can't be wrong. We did $100 million in sales. The product works, the company works. There's people in this company that have made over $1 million. With that all said, is pretty cool. But, Jay, what would you do with an extra $500 a week? Yeah, Jay, I was pointing to you.
A week.
Hi.
Hi, Jay, Michelle.
How are you?
So what would you do, Jay? All of a sudden, like clockwork, every week, $500 was coming in your account.
Every week, like clockwork, I would probably pay off my debts first thing.
Okay. You're starting to pay payments on your largest credit card. And all of a sudden it's paid off. What would you feel?
Wonderful.
Yes, awesome. It would be a lot of stress relieved as we just keep paying them off.
Does anybody ever remember getting their first credit card?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't it funny? I know I'm showing my personality here, but I got a credit card. It was $1,000. And it was like someone handed me $1,000. I like, let's go to Vegas. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of, but it was $1,000. I was freaking excited. And then it didn't take me long to get a couple more credit cards. And now what they're doing is they're maxed out. And I never want to look at the statement because when I pay the minimum payment and it's like $98 and I realized that $60 went to interest, I really only paid $30. Why are you guys smiling?
Because
I know the story.
So something that small, see what a lot of people do is they go, oh my God, there's people making millions of dollars in this business. No, Jay, what we're going to do is that extra money, we're going to make above average, not the minimum payment. And we're just going to knock that down. What does it feel like, Michelle, to actually have one of your credit cards that, and it's weird how the world works. You know what I mean? So you got a $5,000 or $10,000 or $2,500 or even a $500 credit card. It's weird when you get half the balance paid off. You get this magic letter in the mail. You guys know which one I'm talking about, right? And the credit card company goes, oh my God, we're going to frickin' lose them. So you get this letter in the mail and said, hey, Michelle and Jay, thank you so much for being a credit card customer. We've now expanded your credit limit. You guys are all laughing. And now you get that experience all over again. So whatever your limit was on your card, you start paying it. And then all of a sudden they raise your limit. Now, what would it feel like, Michelle, just to know that you had 3 or 4 credit cards that all combined had like $35,000 on them? I mean, of usable.
Oh, okay. No, we're not that bad. I would never have that. I wouldn't have that.
But do you realize that when you do this, to think that as far as security, Michelle, that even though the money's coming, that you have 3 or 4 credit cards, that if you needed them, there's $35,000 that you could use on those cards right now?
Well, honestly, my goal is to never have to be excited about $35,000 of credit.
Did you guys check what I did? See, I was telling her that you now have a higher credit on your credit cards, and she's going, no, I don't need the stress. I don't need the stress. I'd like to pay them to 0, and I'd like to cut them up.
Exactly.
See what I mean? So now that's down. So now you'd have no more credit card debt at all. What's the next step? Checks. Oh my God, by the way, the checks just went to 1,000 a week.
Next step would be to buy a new home.
Buy a new home. You already got it in your mind?
Oh yeah.
Jay and the rest of the men in the that will watch this live or recorded, please don't be insulted. But a happy wife is a happy life. So, you know, I tell my wife, it's like, hey, go find the house that you want me to live in. Yeah, these guys that are going, well, I need this, I need this. Now go let her get her home.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Do what you want. So, you know, you already know where you want to live, Michelle?
Yeah, right where we are. I like where we live. I just want a new home, and yeah, that's where we're headed.
So when's the last time that you and Jay went out looking at houses?
Oh, it's been a little while.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
About a year and a half ago.
About a year and a half ago. Would you do me a huge personal favor and start looking at them again?
Absolutely.
Yep.
even if it's on Zillow, you know what I mean, or something like that. Find, you know, reach out there to a real estate agent and say, this is what I'm looking for. And every once in a while, you and Jay, either on video or go out, just plan it as a date. Mm-hmm. And just go check a couple of houses out.
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
Because you're going to get one soon.
I know.
So this might help when someone says, you know, you sent me a message and I don't know who taught you, but you shouldn't spam this way. And then you just look over, you know, at the house. You know, I don't remember who told me this. Curtis Fallon. There he is. Curtis said that he recently sent out a message and someone said, I don't know who told you about this, but, you know, you don't send messages like this. And Curtis sent him a message back going, well, the guy I'm learning from is number 13 on all-time lifetime earners in network marketing. I think I'm just going to listen to him. And so Curtis just sent him a screenshot of that because, you know what? I'll tell you why people will come at you. The reason why is there's only 2 groups of people out there. Well, really 3. One group of people are like, they didn't see the message. They're not going to respond. They're just not connected. That's not our fault, right? So but we do make it our fault. See, we send out messages to people and we don't get replies, and we say, I must be doing something wrong. See, me, I'm doing something wrong. The message must be wrong. God darn it. You know, Tara told me to use this message. I went out and shared it with a bunch of people and they didn't respond. Tara doesn't know what she's talking about. Or there's something wrong. No, they're just the wrong people. I know you guys are going to find this shocking. I would say probably easily in this day and age, probably close to 50% of the messages I sent out, I get no response. But I want to go master affiliate, so I don't care about those people, right? Then it's like the universe is still want to check to see if you really believe in this, right? So I, Robert Hollis, because I know you guys are going to find this shocking as well, there's actually people that don't know who I am. They're not my friends on Facebook. They don't know who I am. So do you think that they respond to me the same way they respond to you? Yes, they do. So I'll send out a message and they'll come back, how dare you send me a message? You know, it's like, wow, really? I'll tell you why people respond that way. It's either their response just because they're irritated that someone is actually doing something in their life and they're not. So it irritates them that you are actually doing what they should be doing. So the response is, you stop spamming me. You know, I'm going to turn you into the FBI. It's like, man, these people are just, and I don't want to hear what they say. So as soon as they send it back and I can tell in the first words or sentence, I just delete, block, just delete, block. People go, well, don't you go back and forth with them? No, I do not. No, I do not. And it's like, that's my deal. Because if I keep doing what I'm doing, I eventually find a Tara. So Tara's watched me do this for years. And all of a sudden, the timing was right. I didn't reach out to Tara. Tara reached out to me. And now I get to talk to Jay and Michelle because I kept doing what I was supposed to be doing. Do you guys got that? So now to finish this up, Michelle, you're in your new home.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
Wonderful.
Jay, how do you feel that Michelle feels that?
I feel super amazing because if she's happy, I'm happy. So that's all we need right there.
You guys have children?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
6.
6 children. Yeah, you need a new home. Can you imagine having a room for every one of them?
Well, we're down to just 2 at home. The rest are up and out.
Got it.
There.
You guys don't look that old. You know, really, you guys look really young.
Thank you.
So as a parent, don't you like to provide for your children?
100%.
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't know anything that gives me better joy than making sure my wife's not worried about anything and my sons and my grandchildren. It just, people go, what motivates you, Robert? That's what motivates me.
Definitely.
Because when I made sure that Terry didn't have to ever worry about money, you know what she spends the money on? Me and the kids.
Yeah.
So she gets joy because I'm doing what I need to be doing. And that's how people get enthusiasm. Educating them on how, just a quick joke. Tara recently reached out to me and said something about, how our CBD is maybe different than others. And all I did is send her an emoji back of a person laughing. I'm like, I'm sorry, Tara. I love you. I think you're awesome. I don't know that answer. Now, a lot of you go, You don't know that answer. Yeah, I don't ever want to know the answer. Some people reach out to me all the time and say, Robert, I got a question about the product. And after I tell them I don't know, they'll go get the answer and then they'll come back and tell me. And I said, no, I don't want to know the answer, because then I get to tell people I don't know the answer. Because I treat this business like I'm selling franchises, people franchises. And so if Tara came to me and goes, I know you're selling Subway sandwich franchises, so people never have to work for anybody ever again. Where does Subway get the cheese? I don't know where they get the cheese. I don't even care where they get the cheese. Well, does it have any of this in their buns? I don't know, Tara. I don't know what they got in their buns. Are you guys catching it? So how do you guys, did you guys enjoy this, Steps to Success? So let's cover them really quickly. Step one is get in. $20, let's go. Don't worry about that. You got to get in where you fit in. Do you want to start with a sample? Do you want to start as a director? Do you want to start as a builder? Because all I do is, a lot of you probably go, Robert, you didn't even talk about builder. You never talked about director. You didn't talk about executive. Of course I didn't. Get in where you fit in. Because I'd rather get people into that back office and continue to show other people the back office. They'll figure it out. I'll help them figure it out. It's funny, as soon as people get in, you guys will really crack up, and I'm telling on myself, but this is how excited I am, right? Yesterday, our chiropractor came over to the house, and it's the first meeting one-on-one with a person that I've done in 32 years. And it's just because he lives like a mile away. So he came over and I said, listen, all you got to do is I'll send you a link. You can get in. And he goes, so I seen there's a number of options. I said, start where you want to. Because you guys already seen the comp plan. If you were doing something and you made 25 cents, even as a person that just came in for $20, and you knew that you could make $1.50 instead of 75 cents by doubling your income, would you be interested in upgrading? See, you guys want to give them all that information and knowledge up front. I don't want to. I want to get them in, and I want to get them a result. I want to tell them something that's simple they can do, where the company will get them a check. And when they get a check, they will continue to figure it out, or they won't. And the last step of Steps to Success is don't beat yourself up. It takes a while to learn to do anything. So all you got to do is keep practicing and getting gooder. Practicing and getting gooder. What I did, and I shared with everyone, is I had no trouble making my upline and my money man the deal. None. So the last part about enthusiasm, and we're done, is I want you to think about a quick story. Is I want you to think about, and just follow me on the story. If you hear me talk about the sun, feel it. You know, smell it, experience it. All of a sudden, you get up and it's still dark. You can't sleep. So, you know, you don't want to wake anybody up. So you slowly get out of bed, and you're sitting there and you're going, you know, I haven't taken a drive in a while. I'm just going to take a drive and clear my head, right? So you go out and get in the vehicle and you start driving, and it's still dark, you know, early in the morning. And all of a sudden the sun starts coming up, and you just go, you know, it'd be cool maybe just to go out and get on top of a hill or something like that. I'm going to watch the sunrise. And so you're driving, you're looking for an area, and all of a sudden you see this path, but it's not like a beaten path. You know what I mean? You see tire marks, and it's enough to trust it, but it's not like Warren. And you're out in an area, and you're going out and you're looking for this place, and you park the car and you start walking toward this hill. You see, sun's not up yet, you know, but it's starting to see where you can see really, really well. And as you're walking toward this hill, you notice a dark shadow. And it like, my God, that looks like a cave. That's crazy. And so you walk over, the sun's starting to come up and you're seeing the sunlight, you're feeling, the sunrise and it's dew, where there's a little bit of water on everything, you know what I mean? And it's just so fresh air, it's amazing. And you walk over toward this cave and you look in and it goes in and it hangs a left and you see a glow in there, like maybe there's a candle in there or some kind of light. And you're just very, very like, oh my God, I want to walk in there, but I'm scared. What is it? So you yell in there and you go, is anyone in there? Is anyone in there? And no one answers. And you're just so curious. And so you step in a little bit, you turn and look, and there's a hole in there. And so the sunlight is starting to come through that hole. Sort of like a Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of thing, right? And there's this giant mound of gold coins. I want you to look at it, imagine it. And you're like, are you serious? Look at this. And you walk over and you grab one, do the bite on it, whatever. I don't know what gold tastes like. You know what I mean? But doesn't it funny? Everybody does it, right? I don't know. And it's like you see the gold coins and then all of a sudden you go, oh my God. So you take off your jacket, you tie up the sleeves. Look at Jay and Michelle. They're like, yeah, I got it. And what you do is you start piling the gold in your jacket. You put as many as you can in your pockets. You run to your car. You don't have anything, no bags or anything. And then you fill it up and you drive home. And when you pull in the driveway, how much is your knowledge working? It's not. See what I mean? You're coming home and you're trying to be quiet and it's heavy and you bring it in, you drop it on the living room floor and you start screaming at everybody, get up! Look at this! Look at this! Look what I found! What is it? What is it? Are you sure it's gold? Where is it? Is it somebody's? Shut up! Shut up! Get in the car. You're going out in the garage. You're looking for any kind of bags that you can find, suitcases, whatever, and you drive back. And you start filling it up. Now, all of a sudden, you start filling it up, and then you're taking it back home, and you notice you can't pack the suitcase too full because you can't even carry them. Now, at this time, people in your house, some of them are going to get it, and some of them aren't. But see, I don't care because the people that don't get it, I get to take care of them because of the gold coins I'm getting. Are you following me? And now all of a sudden, a little bit of skepticism comes in my mind because if the word gets out, oh my God, I got to be careful who I call, right? I got to go, oh man, I got to call this person. So now watch the knowledge, right? All of a sudden I pick up the phone. Aaron, listen. Get your butt over here right now. He goes, Robert, what is it? I said, shut up and get over here.
I'm on my way.
You see what I mean? Now, when you do that with enthusiasm and thesos, people go, what? Oh my God, okay. Would you call some people and they wouldn't come? Who cares? If you guys are getting what I'm talking about, if you don't get someone a result, they're never going to get this height of enthusiasm. You see what I mean? They got to get a result. And it's not just from the product. It needs to be a deposit. It needs to be a line in that earnings column. Are you getting me? That's important. So now all of a sudden you get this and you bring it out. And then when you go back the third time, there's something that bothers you. You're looking at it and you're going, there's something weird here that's going on. And I don't know what it is. So you run outside, you break a stick and you take a stick and you draw a line around the whole pile. All right. And you go back and you dump it. You call a couple more people. Now you go, oh my God, 12, 13, 14, whatever, $100 an ounce it is. I now am starting to get enough where I not only know I'm taken care of, but I also know my family's taken care of. And now I'm going to reach out. I'm going to Ron, you know, hey, Aaron, start telling people, and the word starts getting out, right? And all of a sudden it's not a sort of trail. No, it's a trail because cars are going in and out of there. And as soon as the press knows, oh my God, what's going to happen, right? And so I go back, and when I go back this time, there's a couple of the people that do get it, you know what I mean? And then I notice what I thought I was freaked out about. When I went back, I can't see my line. For every coin that's taken to get added when I'm gone, the pile grew. And when the pile grew, that means as soon as this room's going to be full, or this cave's going to be full, and it's going to start coming out the opening of the cave, and everyone's going to know about it. So now my urgency of the people that I know, that I love, that people that I've met in the past, the people that I got to call them right now. You see the difference in my attitude versus other people? What you guys don't realize is even though MDC and HempWorks is a $100 million company, we have done nothing yet. And the people that are going to make the most money in this company are the people that are not in yet. And I want to ask you a simple question. Are you going to get the check match off them, or am I? You see what I mean? Because some of you are still being chickens, and you're saying, listen, as soon as I make money, I'm then going to go to that chicken list. No, you become successful by going to your chicken list. And you don't tell your story, you tell Jenna's story. See, a lot of people know who I am. So I love saying, listen, you know, my wife asked for my help. I told her exactly who to look for. And I found out Jenna's Wiggle, a mother of two, one on the way. No prior success has made $3.8 million. My God, she found the gold cave before I did. And now I'm putting as many people in as I can. I'm shouting it from the roofs. And every time my check goes up, hers goes up. Are you kidding me? And then I bring in Aaron, and Aaron's check goes up, and I get a check match on Aaron. And I'm going like, oh my God. So Jenna's making $400K a month. Terry and I are making, you know, $40K a month. And now Aaron and Kathy are making 20 grand a month. Oh my God. I think you guys should, you know, well, Robert, I get where you're coming from, but I'm a little different, and I'm going to educate people on the product. Whatever. Do me a huge favor and introduce me to people that want to give millions of dollars to charity. So that was Steps to Success. Did you guys enjoy it? Ron, back to you.
Wow. I'm going to ask that again. Did you guys get anything out of that at all? Was that amazing or what? That was the most packed-filled hour that I've sat through in a long time. Robert, that was amazing, amazing. So this has been the training. This is recorded. It's out live. It's going to be everywhere. Share this with your team. Share this with anybody that's struggling, that's on that struggle bus. Get them in front of this training so they know how to take these steps to success and be one of those people that have the ability to give to more charities and help more people. It's easy as that, right? Robert, is that your nope. Screen? I have no idea whose screen that is.
That's okay.
Oh, it went away. So Robert, any last words before we end the day?
No, it's just very simple. People always say if after they watch this, the very next thing that they're going to say is, well, someone didn't tell me what to say. It cracks me up. When you tell me you don't know what to say to somebody, you're just very simply telling me that you don't have any enthusiasm and you don't believe in what you're doing. You don't believe that there's a gold mine here. That's what you're saying. So stop thinking and start sharing. Got it? You can't say the wrong thing to the right people. You can't say the right thing to the wrong people. It's just sorting. Share as fast as you can, as quick as you can. Share everything.
No, that's if I hadn't have heard that from you when I first got started, Robert, and I thank you for that. It's my passion, my excitement, and I'm a pretty smart guy, and I got a lot of knowledge and everything. But it isn't what's helped me build the business, and it's not what's helping our team grow. It's exactly what you're talking about: is the passion, the excitement, and just pure stupidity sometimes, but so excited about what's going on. So God bless you, and thank you so much.
Have a blessed day, and every one of you, you can do this. If no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let us be the first. If we can do this, you can do this. All I did is got excited because Jenna made so much money, and I decided to tell everybody in the world how much money she's made.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, God bless you, Robert. Thank you all for showing up here. I look forward to seeing you on our next training, and have an amazing, amazing Saturday. Thank you.
See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Robert.
Thanks, Robert.
Thanks, Robert.
You
We
bet.
love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Robert. Thank you.
Thank you.
Robert.
Great job, guys. Happy Saturday.
Thank
Happy
you. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Robert.
You're awesome.
Thanks, Robert.
Ron.
Robert.
Thank you, everyone.